Have you undergone a distressing event in your life? Like it could be loss of a loved one or maybe a breakup, and you keep on reliving the trauma. Any kind of image or any kind of even symbolic remembrance pushes you back into that flashback, and the response that you have to it is almost like as if you are reliving the trauma alive again and again. You might be suffering from something which is called as post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. PTSD is actually not a single disorder. It's not a one size fits all. Actually, there are 5 kinds of PTSD. Hi, I'm Dr. Meghna, a holistic psychiatrist and founder of Holistic Mind Clinic. And in this video, I will take you through the 5 types of PTSD so that you become better aware if you or your loved one might be suffering from it and seek appropriate treatment for it.
The first type is uncomplicated PTSD. This form typically follows a single traumatic event and is characterized by recurring flashbacks, emotional numbing, and heightened arousal. People with uncomplicated PTSD often avoid situations that remind them of the traumatic event in an attempt to control their symptoms. Next, we have complex PTSD. This is a more severe form of the disorder that typically results from prolonged, repeated trauma, such as childhood abuse or domestic violence. Symptoms include emotional flashbacks, negative perception of self and relationships. Complex PTSD can be more difficult to treat than uncomplicated PTSD due to the long-term nature of the trauma. We then have comorbid PTSD. This form of PTSD often coexists with other mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, or substance abuse. It is essential to note that comorbid PTSD may be more challenging to treat due to presence of an additional disorder, often requiring a multifaceted treatment strategy. Acute and chronic PTSD are the 4th and 5th types. Acute PTSD is a short-term condition that lasts less than 3 months following the trauma, while chronic PTSD is long-term and can persist for years after the event. Now, you might be wondering what's the difference between uncomplicated and complex PTSD. Well, while both types are the result of traumatic experiences, the key difference lies in the nature and duration of the trauma. Uncomplicated PTSD usually stems from a single event, while complex PTSD is the result of long-term repeated trauma. In summary, PTSD is a multifaceted disorder with 5 distinct types: uncomplicated, complex, comorbid, acute, and chronic. Each type has its own unique set of symptoms and triggers, and the treatment approach can vary accordingly. Understanding these differences is crucial for anyone living with PTSD as well as for their loved ones and healthcare providers. Remember, in the case of PTSD, awareness and acceptance are vital steps towards healing. Seek support to reclaim your voice and reclaim your life.